Oh yeah. So this is the Renpho eye massager, and it's amazing to just be able to, oh man, relax, calm down. But this is an updated version. Maybe you saw my previous video of my Renpho mask. In fact, it was so popular. No, thank you. But it was so popular, I reached out to Renpho and said, hey, any chance you want to send me your updated version, because people are loving this thing and have all kinds of questions. So they sent me the newer version. This is the Renpho Eye Fatigue Relief Mask RF-EM001R. I'll leave a link down below that you can pick this up if you want, but let's first see if it's worth picking up. So as you can see, this is the black model. They also have a white model. And obviously I've used the previous model, so I was somewhat familiar with this, and I'll leave a link down below to that one too if you want to kind of get an idea of what that one's about. The first thing first though, I was confused on how to charge this thing. Why? Because I was looking all over. In the old mask you used to charge right here, and I was looking all over for it, you know, under these flaps. Nope. Interestingly enough, it is right there. You have to fold the mask, and then you got your little charge port. Unfortunately, it is micro USB, but you know, this day and age, micro USB is so incredibly cheap that they probably figured, you know what, why not? Why not just go with micro USB? But a lot of cheaper devices are, so you do get that micro USB cable in the box, no charge brick for what it's worth. You get the manual, which kind of gives you all the different steps and the modes, which we'll go through a little bit here. And then the upgraded model also comes with this handy remote. Now, I did notice that there's no buttons or tactile like little nubs or anything to differentiate the buttons. So you have to kind of memorize your 6 buttons because you're gonna have your mask on, right? And when your mask is on, you can't see anything unless you do one of these, okay? So I kind of wish they would have put a little nub on them, or even kind of raised up what this is, right? The plus sign, if it was kind of a raised button, so you could kind of feel it. But either way, memorizing 6 buttons for the time you're going to be wearing this isn't a big deal, even if you have to kind of lift up your mask for what it's worth. But it is kind of nice having a remote, because when the buttons are on the side, I kind of was having a hard time, right? They're just tactile buttons, a little indentation there, as you can see. So I mean, I was having a hard time as I put this on, trying to feel what button was what. And yeah, you got the big button here, but you can't really tell, but they're touch capacitive. So if you do touch it, it actually does something. So the remote is kind of a nice feature. Now, what does this thing even do? Well, it turns on, obviously, and it gives you heat and massage and vibration and music. Now, why do I need all those things? Well, let's go through them. So compression just kind of massages you. One thing I've actually enjoyed using these for is at the end of the day, when you're exhausted, you've just had one of those days, okay? At the office or kids, you finally got the kids to bed, and you are just mentally done. You can't take it anymore. That's when these things like just help calm you down, right? And the voice is super cheesy, the music's super cheesy, but I promise sometimes at the end of the night, after one of those days, it actually is somewhat calming. Now, you can do Bluetooth on these. You just hit this Bluetooth button, and I have it connected to my phone, so you can play your music through the speakers. Now, these speakers are horrible, right? Because they're coming out of the eye mask underneath these flaps, and don't expect anything good or bass or anything like that. What I would actually recommend is, if you want that full effect, is to get noise canceling headphones. In fact, I do have a video coming up comparing a bunch of different kinds of headphones, wireless and wired. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And either way, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that, and that thumbs up. But moving on, it is foldable, which is nice, but the massage is like really gets into your glands here and kind of helps you release when you're kind of congested and stuff like that. So not only at the end of the day, but sometimes if you're getting a little stuffed up or sinus pressure, which is this time of year for me, I've noticed that also kind of helps relieve some of that pressure. Okay. Now I've got all kinds of questions on, does this help with dry eyes? Does this help with, all these different eye things? I'll be honest, I'm not a doctor, and I can only go off what they claim. Now, they do talk about dry eyes and different things, but you're going to have to just Google whatever you have in eye massage, okay? And if that helps, then this would be fantastic, because it really does kind of massage around, okay? And it even added vibration. The last one I had, the first model, does not have vibrations. So you can actually get a little vibration in there, and it kind of zzz, right? So I'm just kind of showing you different angles here of the mask so you can kind of see them, but adds a little bit of a vibration for it, and it adds another little layer of, you know, the massage effect. Now, one thing I do appreciate is as you turn this thing on, press and hold. Wait.
From this moment on, air pressure plus heat.
Air pressure plus heat. And then it starts getting into it. And I'm inches away from the microphone here. It's just out of the picture, so it kind of gives you an idea of how loud this thing is. Nothing crazy. You can sit next to people, it wouldn't bother them. But as you hit the mode button,
air pressure plus heat plus vibration.
So air pressure, heat, and vibration. Now, I do appreciate that. So then the old one, you used to kind of have to memorize what was what and, you know, how many times I hit the mode button, where this one actually tells you what it is, which is nice. But here, vibration in a second here. See if you can even hear it. I think it's coming right here. It's after 4 of those. Oh, feel that? It's almost like a cell phone. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Now, that starts to get to be a lot. If you ask me, sometimes when you have, you know, heat, and you have the music, and you have the massage, and you have this vibration, I'll be honest, it was a bit much. Now, you can go to just vibration mode, which I didn't really see an effect of just bzz, bzz, bzz on my face, especially when we're used to vibrating all day with the phones. I did not want my eyeballs to also vibrate at the end of the day. But either way, like I said, my favorite thing is to, at the end of the day, you get to relax, calm down, that soothing effect on the eyes and on the, you know, glands and all that, right? You get some drainage going on, you get the heat, you get the music. But if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll try to answer every single one. It has this nice band. And other than that, like and subscribe. Let me know what products you want me to review. I think I'm looking at you. Until next time, thanks for watching. See ya.